Go to one of Hrovat's top people. 8-time NCAA All-American. Again, you talk about these things, they're the maximum allowed. 4-time NCAA champion, 4-time runner-up. That means she never finished below second place at the NCAA Nationals. That's just amazing. She helped Clarion to a third-place finish as a team in '98, fourth in '99, fourth in 2000, and sixth in 2001. Those are awfully high places for the NCAA Nationals as a team. She was also National Swimming Coaches, Division II Female Diver of the Year, both her junior and senior year, and she was the Clarion Female Athlete of the Year, her junior and senior year. Stephanie Sutton. Hrovat will relax you a little bit. Think about some of Hrovat's practices. You'll relax a lot. Okay, so you graduate in 1996. Your diving club coach, Mike Westwood, says, I think I know a good place for you. Let's take a trip to Clarion. Talk about that.
So actually, like Eric, my grades were not very good, and I definitely didn't have anybody knocking down my door. So I really wanted to dive in college, and I wanted to find a place. And Mike said, I've got a coach perfect for you. So came to campus, met Hrovat, and my mom said, oh yeah, he's your coach. So we hit it off, great personalities together, and worked really well.
Now you sit out your freshman year, you decide to redshirt, but you are permitted to practice. Talk about taking advantage of that time, trying to improve from in that first year.
So it actually worked in my favor. I was able to take more classes because I didn't have to travel, but I still got to practice, and I really worked on my studies to try to make them so that during school time I could only take 12 credits was all that we had to take. So I could still dive and do credits and still be successful in both.
One thing you said to me I thought was very interesting. You said to be a success, you don't have to be a 4.0, but you have to work on discovering yourself. I thought that was really interesting. What did you mean by that?
So here I learned a lot, and I owe a lot of that to Hrovat. We could literally look at each other, and I knew exactly what he was thinking. And I'd look at him, and I'd say, yeah, I know, a little short. So diving meant that we didn't complete the dive. Or I got the Bulldog name because he would say, Stephanie, that's a great dive, that's 8.5, 9. I'm like, it's not a 10, it's not good enough. I have to do it better, I have to do it better. So, but to be successful, I own my own diving program now, and I've been very blessed to travel to China, Germany, England, Ireland. God, I've been blessed to be all over the place working with a ton of international coaches and divers, and I have now had 5 divers in 2 Olympic trials, all under 18.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
You know, Coach Hrovat's practices are legendary. Do you want to give out a couple of his secrets about how some of those practices are?
Actually, it was more reps. He just wanted us to truly get through the reps, and if you did something kind of like this one, he'd shit the bed. Sorry, coach. This one would say, what in the freak are you doing? Are you not listening to anything I'm saying? Or then it would be something great, dive. But yeah, I mean, that's good for Coach Hrovat.
Just to go a little bit more on that, and then I think we'll head into some of your performances. I know I'd asked you this because Coach Hrovat has had an unbelievable success rate. And you look at some of the divers he's had already in the Hall of Fame and the national champions he's had. The thing that's always has impressed me is a diver gets to nationals, they don't have any other. You make a qualifying score and you go there, and that's it. You either perform or you don't perform, and you don't make national champion or All-American. As an athlete, that has to be hard, but I mean, how does he prepare you to perform under that type of pressure?
So I think it's more of he has taught me now and that's how I've had so much success with my kids, is you have to know your athlete. You have to know, and I like to say, what makes them tick. And he figured out with all of us what made us tick, what made us the best athlete that we possibly could be. And that is his gift, and the reason why he's one of the top coaches ever, in my opinion, period.
Yeah, across the board, I couldn't
Yes.
agree more. So now with you, your freshman year of diving, you're second on both boards. Most people would be doing cartwheels across the pool deck. Your sophomore year, you're second on both boards. And again, most people would be doing cartwheels. But you didn't have that attitude, did you?
No, I was pissed. I was very mad. The girl, Mary, who beat me, just, in my opinion, I'm like, she's not better than me. I'm better than her, and I could have dove better, I should have done better, I needed to do something better, that it's not going to happen again.
Yeah, did you say, I'm not losing again?
Exactly. Yeah, I looked straight at Hrovat and I said, oh no, this will not happen again.
And it didn't?
And it didn't.
How many more hours did you put in the well, or?
Actually, Hrovat brought in a girl, Amanda, and she was doing front 3.5 and full out, and at that time it was pretty big dives. And I don't know if he meant to do it, but he brought it in and it put a fire underneath my butt, because I was like, oh no, am I not only not losing to Mary again, she's definitely not going to beat me. Now, at the same time, we became best friends. It was exactly what I needed in order to push me, and I pushed her, and we both ended up, and if I'm not mistaken, I think she actually finished second, third, yeah, after, and we still are friends today, but it's exactly, again, what made me tick. It's what I needed, and I was very blessed to win both years.
So this became pretty emotional in our conversation. Your senior year, you have your final dive on 3 meter, and obviously the dive means a national championship, but it means much more. Tell us what you were thinking about and how you responded there.
So my family says I'm a very emotional person. So I did my back 2.5, and I knew I needed, I think, 7.5s or 8s. And I went up and I grabbed and I kicked and I hit the water, and I'm like, that was a really good dive. And immediately underwater, I just lost it. I completely just started bawling. I'm like, wow, I've been diving since I was 6. This is the last dive that I may ever do. So it was just, and it took me a minute to come out of the water. And then, of course, as soon as I look at Hrovat, I immediately lost it, and then looked at my mom and my sister, and that was it. It was emotional from there.
And national championship written all over it.
Yep.
Thank yous for you.
Thank you.
No, I mean.
Oh, thank you. Well, obviously, Hrovat. I thank him every day, because I find that everything I say to my kids now is a lot of stuff that he's taught me, good and sometimes bad.
Even what the freak are you doing?
Yes, but I say freak. Yes. And of course, my family, my dad, my aunt, my sister, my friends, my nephew, and my husband, I guess. And the most important one, who isn't here today, is my mom. She definitely sitting in that car every day to and from practice and watching me, and she never missed a meet, never missed anything, was always there. And in between dives, she'd go and throw up and then come back and sit, and then go and throw up and come back and sit. And my sister's like, it's fine, she's fine, she's fine. But yeah, and thank you everyone in the Hall of Fame committee. It's an honor, and I really appreciate it.